Life isn't just about passing time. It's an opportunity we must seize to the fullest. We all have dreams and aspirations, but the question is, what are you doing today to make those dreams a reality? Every day is a chance to change your life, but only some of us see those opportunities. Most people wake up with the thought, "Today I will do something important." But often, these words remain just a thought. Why? Because we wait for the perfect moment to change, but in reality, that moment is now. You can start today, right now. You don't need to wait for the weekend or for Monday. The change begins today. It all starts with a simple decision, the decision to take control of your own life. Every day, you are given a fresh chance to do something that brings you closer to your goals. But so many people wake up thinking, "I will get to it later," and the day slips by with no real action taken. They scroll through their phones, work through their tasks mechanically, and let the moments pass by without giving their best. But here's the truth. If you want something different, you have to act differently. Procrastination is a killer. It steals your time, your energy, and your future. Every time you say, "I will do it tomorrow," you lose a small piece of your potential. Time doesn't wait, and neither do your dreams. Tomorrow will always be tomorrow. It never comes, and that's why so many people feel stuck. They wait, they hesitate, and they wonder why their dreams never materialize. Imagine this. Every single day, you wake up with a choice. The choice to either keep moving forward or to stay stuck in the same place. What will you choose? Are you going to let fear or laziness dictate your path? Or are you going to take that first step toward greatness? Starting now might feel uncomfortable, but it's the only way to break free from the cycle of delay. The small steps you take today may seem insignificant, but they will add up to something much bigger over time. You don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. The key is consistency. It's not about making big leaps all at once. It's about showing up every single day. It's about the habits you build and the mindset you develop. You can't expect to be perfect from the start, but you can expect to improve. Every small action you take gets you closer to your goals. And that's where the magic happens. What are you going to do today that will bring you closer to where you want to be? This is the moment to start. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a routine, just going through the motions? Every day feels like the last, and there's a strange comfort in the predictability of it all. But that comfort is exactly what's holding you back. The comfort zone is a dangerous place because it doesn't allow for growth. It feels safe, but it also keeps you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. The truth is, there is no growth in comfort. Comfort is a place where dreams go to die. It's where all your potential remains locked away because you're too afraid to step out and take a risk. Think about it. When was the last time you did something that made you uncomfortable, something that forced you to push beyond your limits? Most people avoid these challenges because they're afraid of failure. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the end. It's just a lesson in disguise. The best way to grow is to constantly push yourself out of your comfort zone. Every time you face a challenge, whether it's speaking in public, trying something new, or learning a new skill, you're expanding your boundaries. You're getting stronger, more capable, and more confident. The discomfort you feel is a sign that you're on the right path. The harder it is, the more growth you're likely to experience. Let's take a simple example, learning a new language. At first, it's awkward and frustrating. You make mistakes, you forget words, you don't sound fluent. It feels uncomfortable, and most people would quit. But if you keep going, if you continue to step out of your comfort zone and make those mistakes, eventually something amazing happens. You start to improve. You start to feel more comfortable with the language, and before you know it, speaking it becomes second nature. But this doesn't just apply to language learning. It applies to anything you want to achieve in life. Whether it's starting a business, improving your health, or pursuing a passion project, the discomfort is part of the process. It's your mind and body telling you, we're growing. This is new. We're becoming better. Remember, the most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by playing it safe. They got there by stepping into the unknown, by taking risks, and by constantly challenging themselves to do things they were afraid of. And guess what? They failed along the way too. They learned, adapted, and kept going. It's time to ask yourself, what's holding you back from breaking out of your comfort zone? What would you do if you weren't afraid? Would you try something new? Would you take that first step towards your dreams? The choice is yours. But if you want to grow, if you want to reach your full potential, you must learn to embrace discomfort. Comfort zones are traps. They make you feel safe, but they also limit you. It's time to break free. Start today. Challenge yourself to do something new, to step outside the boundaries you've set for yourself. Because that's where the magic happens. That's where you find your true power. When we think about achieving big dreams, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The goal seems so far away, and the road to get there looks impossibly long. But here's a secret. Big changes are made through small, consistent steps. The path to success isn't about taking giant leaps. It's about making one small, deliberate step after another. The key to long-term success isn't about setting a huge goal and hoping it will happen overnight. It's about focusing on small, daily actions that, when repeated, compound into incredible results. These small actions are often overlooked, but they are the foundation of real progress. Think of it like a puzzle. When you first look at the pieces, it can seem impossible to put them together. But with each piece you add, the picture begins to take shape. Each small step, no matter how insignificant it seems at the moment, is one piece of the puzzle. Over time, these tiny efforts will build into something meaningful. Here's a powerful example. Let's say your goal is to get fit. You might think that you need to spend hours at the gym every day or follow an intense diet to see any results. But in reality, getting fit is made up of many small steps. Drinking more water, eating healthier snacks, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, and even going for a short walk every day. Each of these small actions doesn't seem like much on its own, but when added together, they create a healthy lifestyle that leads to long-term success. Now, let's relate this to learning something new, like a language. You don't need to spend hours studying every day to see progress. Instead, you could practice speaking for 10 minutes a day, learn 5 new words, or listen to an English podcast while commuting. These small steps, done consistently, will help you improve over time. They build momentum, and before you know it, you'll be speaking more confidently, understanding more, and making progress faster than you imagined. The beauty of small steps is that they don't feel overwhelming. They're achievable. When you set yourself up for success with manageable goals, you give yourself the chance to make consistent progress. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but gathers momentum until it becomes something much bigger. Small steps also give you the opportunity to celebrate your progress. Each day you make progress, no matter how small, is a win. And celebrating those wins, even the small ones, helps keep you motivated and focused on the bigger goal. But here's the trick. You have to start. The first step is always the hardest, but once you get moving, the rest becomes easier. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or for motivation to strike. You just need to start. Whether it's 5 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of learning, or a small step in the direction of your goal, start now. Remember, success isn't about making huge, dramatic changes all at once. It's about the small, steady steps that add up over time. Every day you choose to take action, you're one step closer to your dreams. So, what small step can you take today to move toward your goal? Whether it's learning one new word in English, writing down one idea for your project, or simply getting outside for a walk, those small steps are the building blocks of your future success. Fear of failure. It's something we all experience. Whether it's the fear of starting something new, the fear of making a mistake, or the fear of not being good enough, failure can feel paralyzing. It stops us in our tracks and keeps us from moving forward. But here's the truth. Failure is not the enemy. Fear of failure is. Every successful person you admire has faced failure. Every entrepreneur, athlete, artist, or leader has fallen, stumbled, and made mistakes along the way. Failure is not a sign of weakness. It's a necessary part of growth. In fact, failure is often the best teacher you'll ever have. Think about it. When you fail at something, it's a clear sign that you're trying. You're stretching yourself, pushing the boundaries of what you know and what you're capable of. It's proof that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. That alone is something to be proud of. The problem is not failing. The problem is how we react to failure. Most people see failure as the end of the road, as something to avoid at all costs. They become so afraid of failing that they never even start. The result? They stay stuck in their comfort zones, never reaching their full potential. But the reality is that failure is a stepping stone, not a roadblock. It's a part of the process. Every mistake you make, every misstep, is an opportunity to learn and improve. It's not a permanent state, it's a temporary setback. Think of it like this. When you're learning to ride a bike, you don't give up the first time you fall. You get back up, adjust, and try again until you succeed. And each time you fall, you get better at balancing and controlling the bike. The same goes for anything you want to achieve. Whether it's learning a new skill, building a career, or improving your health, failure is part of the process. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. It means you're playing it safe, staying in your comfort zone, and avoiding the challenges that lead to growth. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it. Welcome it as part of your journey. Reframe failure as feedback. Each failure teaches you something valuable. What didn't work? What can you do better next time? What did you learn about yourself in the process? Here's something powerful. The people who succeed the most are the ones who fail the most, but they don't let failure stop them. They see each setback as a lesson, each mistake as a part of their story. They keep going, not in spite of failure, but because of it. Next time you're faced with a fear of failure, try this. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Can I learn from this? Can I improve and try again? Most of the time, the worst-case scenario isn't as bad as you think. And even if things don't go perfectly, you've gained experience, and experience is invaluable. Remember, failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's just a signal that you're on the right path, trying new things, and learning along the way. You don't fail because you're not good enough. You fail because you're courageous enough to try. And that courage is what will lead you to success. So, embrace your failures. Celebrate your mistakes. They are signs that you are pushing yourself to grow, and they are the very things that will lead you to the success you dream of. How many times have you caught yourself thinking, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough? These thoughts can feel overwhelming and paralyzing. The truth is, your mindset plays a huge role in whether you succeed or fail. The way you think about yourself, your abilities, and the challenges you face will determine the actions you take or don't take. Your mind is your most powerful tool, and it can work for you or against you. Changing your mindset isn't about simply thinking positive thoughts all the time. It's about rewiring your brain to work for you, to push you forward instead of holding you back. This process takes time, effort, and dedication, but it's entirely possible. The first step? Recognizing that your thoughts are not facts. Just because you think something doesn't make it true. When you think, "I can't do this," or "this is too hard," you're feeding yourself negative, limiting beliefs. These thoughts don't help you grow. They stop you from even trying. The key is to notice these thoughts and then challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Is there evidence to support this belief? Or is it just my fear talking? More often than not, you'll find that your negative thoughts are based on assumptions and self-doubt, not reality. One powerful way to change your mindset is through self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for not being perfect, treat yourself like you would treat a close friend. If your friend was struggling, you wouldn't tell them they were useless. You'd encourage them, remind them of their strengths, and help them find a way to keep going. You need to do the same for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Understand that growth takes time, and mistakes are just part of the process. It's about progress, not perfection. Another key aspect of rewiring your mindset is learning to focus on the present moment. Too often, we get stuck in our heads, worrying about the future or regretting the past. This takes away our energy and focus. Instead, practice being present. Focus on what you can control right now, whether that's learning a new skill, having a difficult conversation, or simply taking the first step toward your goal. This shift in focus can have a massive impact on your mental state. To strengthen this mindset shift, try positive affirmations. These are simple statements you repeat to yourself to reinforce positive beliefs. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I am capable of learning and growing," or "I can handle challenges." It might feel awkward at first, but with practice, these affirmations can help change your thought patterns and boost your self-confidence. Finally, visualization is another powerful tool. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself succeeding. Picture yourself confidently speaking English, achieving your goals, and overcoming obstacles. Visualization taps into the brain's ability to program itself, helping you build a mindset that supports success. The mind is incredibly powerful. It can either limit you or push you toward greatness. By rewiring your thoughts and beliefs, you can unlock your full potential. It's all about training your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles, to embrace challenges instead of avoiding them, and to believe in your ability to succeed. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's not the result of one big action, but of many small, consistent actions. Consistency is the secret ingredient to achieving any goal. Whether it's learning a new language, building a business, or improving your health, success comes from showing up every day, doing the work, and sticking with it, even when it's tough. Think about it. If you want to get fit, you don't go to the gym for 1 week and expect to see results. You go every day, even when you don't feel like it. You might not see big changes immediately, but over time, your body adapts, gets stronger, and starts to show the results of your consistent effort. The same goes for learning English. You won't become fluent in 1 week or even 1 month. But if you practice every day, whether it's speaking, listening, reading, or writing, you will see progress. Small, daily actions compound over time to create huge results. The key is not to stop. Consistency is about building habits that become second nature. It's about doing something every day, no matter how small, because you know that the more you repeat an action, the better you will get. And eventually, it won't feel like a chore. It will become part of your routine. Here's a powerful thought. Small daily actions lead to big transformations. Imagine reading one page of a book every day. In 1 month, that's 30 pages. In a year, that's 365 pages. At the end of the year, you'll have read a whole book, or maybe even more. But it all starts with that first page, that one small step. Consistency also builds confidence. Every time you show up and do the work, you're telling yourself, I can do this. And that belief grows stronger with each effort. Over time, your brain begins to associate effort with success. The more consistent you are, the more you start to see that you are capable of achieving your goals. But consistency isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up and doing your best, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's about staying committed to your long-term goals, even when the results aren't immediate. Success isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. So, the next time you're feeling discouraged or like giving up, remember this. Success comes from showing up every day, no matter how small the step is. Keep going. The more consistent you are, the closer you'll get to achieving your goals. And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come because of your consistency. Do you ever find yourself avoiding things that make you feel uncomfortable? Whether it's a tough conversation, taking on a new challenge, or stepping into an unfamiliar situation, we often shy away from what makes us uneasy. But what if I told you that discomfort is the key to growth? The truth is, the more you avoid discomfort, the more you stay stuck. Growth only happens when you step outside of what's familiar. Every time you push yourself to do something uncomfortable, you learn, expand, and develop into a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Let's take public speaking as an example. For many people, the thought of speaking in front of an audience causes anxiety. The heart races, palms sweat, and the mind goes blank. Most people avoid it because of fear. But the best speakers, the ones who shine on stage, didn't start out as naturals. They faced the same fear. They just didn't let it stop them. Each time they spoke in front of a crowd, it got a little easier. They learned to manage their nerves, improve their delivery, and connect with their audience. The discomfort they felt was the very thing that pushed them to improve. If they had stayed comfortable, they would never have become great. The same principle applies to everything in life. Whether you're learning a new language, pursuing a career goal, or trying to develop a new skill, discomfort is inevitable. If you want to improve, you must learn to embrace it, not avoid it. The discomfort you feel when doing something new is simply your brain's way of telling you that you're stretching beyond your current capabilities. It's not a sign that you should stop. It's a sign that you're on the right path. Here's a simple exercise to start embracing discomfort. Do one thing every day that makes you feel uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be something huge or extreme. It could be something small like introducing yourself to a stranger, speaking in English for 5 minutes, or trying something new at work. The key is to step outside of what feels comfortable. Each time you do this, you'll get stronger. The discomfort will feel less intimidating. And over time, you'll realize that the things that once scared you no longer hold as much power over you. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you'll seek it out, knowing that it's the gateway to growth. Remember, the more you embrace the uncomfortable, the more you'll achieve. Growth isn't found in comfort. It's found in challenges, in new experiences, and in the courage to push through fear. So what's one thing you can do today that makes you uncomfortable? Take that first step. and know that you're growing stronger with every challenge you face. How many times have you said, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'll start next week"? We all do it, procrastinate. We tell ourselves that we'll take action eventually, but then we find ourselves stuck in a loop of delays. The problem is that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll never get started. That's where self-discipline comes in. Self-discipline is about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and taking action toward your goals. It's about choosing to do what you need to do, not just what you want to do. Think about this. In every successful person's journey, self-discipline is the common thread. They wake up early, put in the work, and make sacrifices in order to achieve their dreams. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They know that consistency and self-discipline will get them where they want to be, even when the journey feels long. The key to building self-discipline is making small, manageable commitments to yourself. It's about focusing on what you can control and taking action, even when you don't feel inspired. For instance, if your goal is to improve your English, you don't need to study for hours at a time. Start with just 15 minutes a day. Commit to reading, listening, or speaking for a short time, and then gradually increase it as you build the habit. Another great way to develop self-discipline is by creating routines. Routines set a structure for your day and make it easier to stay on track. When your day is planned out and you stick to your schedule, it becomes easier to get things done without relying on motivation. But remember, self-discipline is not about being perfect. It's about consistently taking action, even on the days when you don't feel like it. You'll have days when you struggle, when you don't have the energy, or when you'd rather just give up. But those are the moments that really matter. Those are the moments where self-discipline separates the dreamers from the doers. Here's a powerful truth. The small habits you build today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Self-discipline doesn't just help you achieve your goals. It helps you become the person you want to be. It builds your character, strengthens your mindset, and shows you what you're capable of. If you want to change your life, start by changing your daily habits. Focus on what you can control right now and take action, no matter how small. Over time, those small actions will add up to something significant. So, what small act of self-discipline can you start today? Maybe it's getting up 10 minutes earlier, committing to 15 minutes of English practice, or eliminating one distraction from your day. Whatever it is, make that commitment to yourself and watch how your consistency builds your success. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become impatient. We want things now. We want instant results, quick fixes, and immediate rewards. But the truth is, patience is one of the most powerful qualities you can develop. Whether you're working toward a personal goal, learning a new skill, or improving your health, patience is essential for long-term success. Patience is not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about trusting the process and knowing that things will take time. Success isn't an overnight achievement. It's the result of consistent effort over a long period. If you want to see real, lasting results, you need to be patient with yourself and with the journey. Think about it. How many times have you started something new, only to give up when the results didn't come right away? Maybe you started learning English, but after a few weeks of study, you didn't see the progress you expected, and you thought, "This isn't working." Or perhaps you started a new exercise routine, but after a few days, you felt discouraged because you hadn't yet reached your fitness goals. Here's the thing. Progress is often slow, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because you can't see the results immediately doesn't mean they aren't there. Small actions, done consistently over time, lead to big changes. But this requires patience. One of the most powerful ways to develop patience is to shift your focus from the end result to the process itself. Instead of focusing on how much further you have to go, focus on what you're doing today. Enjoy the small wins along the way. Every lesson, every practice session, every effort is part of the journey, and each one brings you closer to your goal. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't expect it to grow into a tree overnight. You water it, take care of it, and give it time. Slowly, it begins to sprout, and over time, it becomes something beautiful. Your dreams and goals are like that seed. You need to nurture them, give them time, and trust that, with patience, they will grow. Another key to patience is understanding that setbacks and obstacles are normal. No journey is without challenges. There will be days when things don't go as planned. You might feel frustrated or discouraged, but patience teaches you to stay the course. Instead of giving up at the first sign of trouble, you keep going. You learn from the obstacles, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Patience also helps you manage your expectations. Often, we expect fast results, but the most lasting changes take time. Learning to enjoy the process, not just the destination, is what keeps you going during the tough moments. Remember, great things take time. Whether you're building a new habit, learning a new language, or working toward any other goal, don't rush the process. Trust that your efforts are adding up, even when you can't see the immediate results. The more patient you are with the process, the closer you get to the success you desire. So, today, take a deep breath and remind yourself, your journey is unfolding at its own pace. Keep moving forward and trust that the results will come in time. Do you ever doubt yourself? Do you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, or I'll never be able to do this? These self-doubts can be paralyzing, and they often stop us before we even begin. The truth is, self-belief is the foundation of all success. If you don't believe in yourself, it will be difficult to take the steps needed to achieve your goals. Believing in yourself doesn't mean thinking you're perfect or invincible. It means trusting that you have the ability to learn, grow, and overcome challenges. Self-belief is about having the confidence to take risks, make mistakes, and keep going despite setbacks. Every successful person has faced moments of self-doubt. Every person who's ever achieved something significant has questioned their abilities at some point. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people push through their self-doubt. They trust that they have what it takes, even when the evidence isn't immediately there. Here's a powerful thought. Your self-belief will shape your actions. If you don't believe you can succeed, you won't take the necessary actions to get there. You'll procrastinate, make excuses, and avoid doing the work. But when you truly believe in yourself, you'll take the steps, no matter how small, toward your goals. Belief breeds action. The first step to building self-belief is to recognize your strengths. We all have unique talents, skills, and qualities that make us who we are. Too often, we focus on our weaknesses or compare ourselves to others, which only fuels self-doubt. Instead, start paying attention to what you're good at. Reflect on past successes, no matter how small, and use them as evidence that you are capable of more than you think. Another way to build self-belief is to set yourself up for success by setting small, achievable goals. Start with a goal you know you can accomplish. Achieving that goal will boost your confidence and give you the momentum to keep going. As you achieve more, your belief in your abilities will grow, and you'll be ready to take on bigger challenges. It's also crucial to surround yourself with people who lift you up and believe in you. Negative influences can drain your confidence, while supportive, positive people can help you stay focused and motivated. Be mindful of who you spend time with and choose to be around people who encourage you and believe in your potential. Self-belief isn't something that happens overnight. It's built gradually through small actions and a shift in mindset. It requires you to trust in your journey, even when things aren't perfect. Everyone starts somewhere, and no one achieves greatness without facing doubts and challenges along the way. So, next time you feel unsure of yourself, remember this. You are capable, you are worthy, and you can achieve what you set your mind to. Your belief in yourself will fuel your actions and help you push through the obstacles. Start today by believing in your potential and watch how your world begins to change. Have you ever held on to something for too long, even when you knew it wasn't serving you? Maybe it was a toxic habit, a relationship that drained you, or even a past mistake that you couldn't forgive yourself for. We often cling to things that hold us back, thinking that if we keep trying or keep holding on, things will get better. But in reality, letting go is one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or dismissing the past. It means releasing the emotional grip it has on you. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of regret, fear, or anger, and making space for new experiences, growth, and opportunities. By letting go, you allow yourself to move forward. One of the most common things people struggle to let go of is the fear of failure. Many of us carry the weight of our past mistakes, and we're afraid that if we let go of the fear, we'll be doomed to repeat them. But in reality, failure is not a permanent state. It's simply a part of the learning process. Every successful person has faced failure, but what sets them apart is their ability to let go of the fear and move forward, knowing that failure doesn't define them. Another thing we often hold on to is resentment or negative emotions toward others. Holding on to anger or hurt from past relationships only keeps us trapped in the past. When you hold on to grudges, you're giving away your power. You allow someone else's actions to control your emotions and keep you stuck. But when you let go of resentment, you regain control of your life. It doesn't mean you condone what happened. It just means you choose to release the grip it has on you. Letting go also applies to limiting beliefs. We often tell ourselves things like, "I'm not smart enough," or "I'm not talented enough," and we hold on to these beliefs as if they're truth. But these beliefs are simply stories we tell ourselves. They're not facts. To grow and move forward, you need to let go of these negative beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. You are capable of more than you think. The act of letting go is a practice. It's not something that happens overnight, but with time and intention, you can start to release the things that hold you back. Here's a simple practice to get started. Write down the things you need to let go of. Whether it's fear, anger, regret, or limiting beliefs, writing them down gives you clarity and allows you to acknowledge them. Once you've written them down, take a moment to reflect and then physically release them. Tear up the paper or burn it safely. This is a symbolic gesture of letting go. Letting go also requires you to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes, but those mistakes do not define us. Holding on to guilt or shame only prevents you from moving forward. Learn from your mistakes, forgive yourself, and then move on. You are not your past. You are who you choose to become today. Remember, letting go is not about giving up. It's about creating space for something better. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new experiences, and new opportunities. What can you let go of today to make room for a brighter, more fulfilling future? In a world filled with distractions, staying focused on your goals can be incredibly difficult. Our attention is constantly pulled in different directions by social media, work, and daily tasks. But here's the truth. Focus is the key to success. Without it, even the best plans and intentions are useless. Focus is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you use it. When you focus on something, you give it your full energy and attention, allowing you to make faster progress. But when your focus is scattered, you dilute your efforts and make it harder to achieve your goals. One powerful technique to improve focus is the time blocking method. This involves setting aside specific periods of time for focused work, free from distractions. For example, you might block off 30 minutes to read or write, and during that time, turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and focus solely on the task at hand. This not only increases productivity, but also makes the work feel less overwhelming. Another great tool is prioritization. Ask yourself, what's the most important thing I need to accomplish today? Then, make that task your priority. When you focus on the most critical tasks first, you ensure that your energy is used for what matters most. This doesn't mean neglecting smaller tasks, but it helps you stay on track and avoid getting lost in unimportant details. Focus also involves eliminating distractions. If you're studying, working, or trying to learn something new, keep your environment free from distractions. This could mean cleaning your workspace, turning off social media notifications, or setting boundaries with people around you. The less external noise, the better you can concentrate. Lastly, remember that focus requires rest. It's easy to think that focusing means working nonstop, but the truth is, your brain needs breaks. Take time to step away, refresh, and recharge. This balance of focused effort and rest will help you maintain your energy and keep you on track over the long haul. So, if you want to make real progress, start by focusing on what truly matters. Cut out distractions, set clear priorities, and commit to focusing on one task at a time. With practice, you'll begin to see how powerful focus can be in achieving your goals. Life is full of challenges and obstacles, but resilience is what separates those who thrive from those who fall behind. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to difficult situations, and keep moving forward. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about how you handle it when it comes. The first step to building resilience is to change your mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, start seeing them as opportunities for growth. Every time you face a difficulty, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can this experience make me stronger? When you adopt this mindset, you begin to see failure not as the end, but as a stepping stone on your journey. Another key to resilience is acceptance. Sometimes life throws things our way that are beyond our control. Instead of resisting, try to accept the situation as it is and focus on what you can do next. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive, but rather acknowledging that there are things you can't change and choosing to move forward in spite of them. Building resilience also involves self-compassion. When things go wrong, it's easy to be hard on yourself. But beating yourself up over mistakes only makes the situation worse. Instead, treat yourself with kindness. Remind yourself that it's okay to fail and that you're doing the best you can. This positive self-talk can help you stay motivated and move past setbacks more quickly. Another aspect of resilience is finding support. Going through tough times alone can be overwhelming. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support you. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, having a support network can provide the strength you need to keep going. Sharing your struggles with others can also help you gain perspective and find solutions you might not have considered. Finally, take care of yourself. Physical and mental well-being are key to resilience. Exercise, eat healthily, get enough sleep, and practice relaxation techniques like meditation or journaling. The stronger your body and mind are, the better equipped you'll be to handle life's challenges. Building resilience is a process. It takes time and practice, but it's a skill you can develop. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. The next time you hit a roadblock, remember, you are capable of bouncing back. Do you ever feel like something is missing? Like you're going through the motions of life, but you're not truly living? Many of us find ourselves in this situation, caught in a cycle of daily routines without a clear sense of purpose. But here's the truth. Finding purpose is the key to living a fulfilling life. Purpose is what drives us. It gives us a reason to wake up in the morning and keeps us going through difficult times. Without purpose, life can feel aimless and disconnected. But with a sense of purpose, we feel energized, motivated, and determined to make an impact. Finding your purpose often starts with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what do I love to do? What makes me feel truly alive? What activities or causes make me feel connected to something bigger than myself? These questions can help you begin to uncover what matters most to you. Your purpose may not always be clear right away, and that's okay. It's a journey of discovery. It could involve your career, your passions, or the impact you want to have on others. Some people find purpose in helping others, while others find it in creating art, building businesses, or teaching. Your purpose is unique to you. A powerful way to get closer to your purpose is by aligning your actions with your values. When your actions match your values, you start to feel a deeper sense of meaning. For example, if you value personal growth, seek out opportunities that challenge you and help you learn. If you value helping others, find ways to volunteer or mentor people in your community. Living according to your values brings clarity and purpose to your life. Sometimes, you might need to take risks and step out of your comfort zone to fully discover your purpose. It might involve trying something new, switching careers, or pursuing a long-forgotten dream. It's important to be open to change and to give yourself permission to explore different paths. Another crucial element of finding purpose is serving others. Many people find their deepest sense of purpose when they contribute to the well-being of others. Whether it's through your work, volunteering, or simply helping those around you, the act of giving can bring immense fulfillment. Lastly, remember that purpose is an evolving concept. Your sense of purpose may change over time as you grow and learn more about yourself. That's perfectly normal. Life is a journey of discovering new passions and finding deeper meaning, and your purpose may shift as you experience new stages in life. To find purpose, start by identifying what brings you joy, fulfillment, and connection. Align your actions with your values, and don't be afraid to take risks along the way. Your purpose is waiting to be discovered, and once you find it, it will guide you toward a more meaningful and fulfilling life. We often hear people talk about success as if it's something we should achieve as quickly as possible, like reaching the top of a mountain or crossing the finish line. But the truth is, success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And it's in this journey where we learn, grow, and discover who we truly are. The idea of getting there is tempting, but when we focus too much on the end goal, we miss out on the beauty of the process. The everyday actions, the small wins, the lessons learned from failure, these are what truly shape our lives. The journey is where all the magic happens. Think about your goals and dreams. Maybe you want to become fluent in English, start a new business, or improve your health. At first, The end goal seems so far away, and the journey may feel overwhelming. But as you take one step at a time, you begin to realize that each small step is an important part of the bigger picture. Each day you show up is a victory in itself. Embracing the journey means accepting that progress won't always be linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and periods of growth. But it's important to remember that every part of the journey is valuable. Even the struggles, the mistakes, and the setbacks are essential for your growth. They teach you resilience, patience, and determination. As you move forward, try to let go of the pressure to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. There is no such thing as a flawless path to success. Instead, focus on being present, doing your best, and learning from every experience. Each moment is a chance to improve, to try again, and to push yourself just a little further. Remember that success is built on consistency, not perfection. It's about showing up every day, taking action, and being willing to learn and adapt. It's in the moments when you don't give up that you're truly progressing. And when you look back, you'll realize that all those small steps added up to something meaningful. Embrace your journey, with all its highs and lows. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. The process of becoming the person you want to be is just as important as the result. You are constantly evolving, and each step you take is one closer to the life you've always dreamed of. So today, take a moment to appreciate the journey. Keep moving forward, embrace every challenge, and remember, the journey itself is where the real growth happens. Your destination will come, but the most important part is what you learn along the way.